Hey, what's up? It's Rash in the Morning Blaze here at 105.1 The Blaze, and it's time again for Under the Tights, powered by the one and only Heroes Comics here in Fresno at Shaw and Highway 41, the Valley's choice for comics for over 30 years. Big news, Spider-Man fans. They announced on Friday Into the Spider-Verse 2 coming your way in April of 2022. Now, 2022 does sound like it's a long time from now, but it's an animated movie. It takes a long time to put those kind of things together. Now, I will use this opportunity to once again sing the praises of the original Into the Spider-Verse. I told everyone who would listen to me after I saw that movie that not only was it the best animated movie of last year, it was my favorite Spider-Man movie of all of the Spider-Man movies. And after seeing Far From Home, I still think Into the Spider-Verse was my favorite Spider-Man movie of all of the Spider-Man movies. It was cool the way the movie was done. The whole multiverse of Spider-Man, how they introduced Miles Morales without having to really do an origin tale. It was like an origin story. Well, there wasn't really an origin story because the gaps that you already know from the other Spider-Man are just kind of assumed. It was very well written. It was very well put together, and I'm excited to see where this goes from now. They didn't announce any plot points for the new Into the Spider-Verse movie. The only thing that we really know is that right after the first one came out, they already indicated they were probably doing a sequel, and the directors said that the next one will more than likely have a lot to do with Spider-Gwen and Miles and their relationship, which is going to be interesting because she went back to her own part of the multiverse and left Miles behind. Although I do think I recall some way for them to communicate. So I don't know what the story's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be similar. And there's another rip in the space-time continuum. And it's another story of different Spider-Men coming in. Because that was the whole point of Spider-Verse. It was all about how there were different Spider-Men in different universes. So I don't know if it's going to be that kind of story again. Or, maybe Miles Morales has to go to someone else's part of the multiverse and help save theirs. Either way, as long as the animation style is done the same way, as long as the writing is done the same way, I think this is something to be super, super pumped about. It was a very, very good movie, and if you haven't seen it because it was a cartoon, and I got that from a lot of people, then you are missing the boat because it was really, really cool. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it this weekend, and then you'll be ready for 2022 when Into the Spider-Verse 2 hits theaters. I don't even know if that's going to be its official name. We don't know. But it's coming your way April 2022. I do know that if you're looking for a great holiday present right around the corner, man, then you got to get into Heroes Comics, especially if you have a comic book fan somewhere in your family. You won't find anything like Heroes anywhere else in town. From comic books themselves, graphic novels, to one-of-a-kind figurines and action figures. You can find some gear there that you can rep your favorite hero with, hats, sweaters, all of that. Heroes Comics, Shaw and Highway 41. Get excited for Into the Spider-Verse. And if you're a fan of Miles Morales, that version of Spider-Man, then pick up some of those books. I think that there's a couple different versions. In the Ultimate Spider-Man is where he kind of first came to be, but then they wrote a kind of a new origin story that I think actually just wrapped up, so you can get kind of a completed tale there. So get into Heroes Comics, Shaw and Highway 41, get yourself something cool to read, and find something for the people in your life that need to be turned on to comic books. Get ready for Spider-Verse in like 2 years. Why is it so far away?